Okay, today's the 19th of September, and the cabinets are in. The floor is down. A few decorative things are back on walls. But we have the coffered ceiling boards to go in, toe kicks to go on, countertop to go on, stove, dishwasher to go in, and then the company that makes these cabinets have an issue with this sort of application. These grooves are not all uniform, and they're rough to the touch. They should be smooth like this, and they're rough, all of them. And so the company that we bought these through, which is Kitchens and More, I showed you a picture of where they're at in their business, have contacted the rep. The rep said send all the fronts back. So all of the fronts, all the hardware's got to come back off of these. And then all the fronts will go back on the whole set, uppers and lowers, everything. And new ones are being made. So they will get those put on. But everything takes time. Everything is long and drawn out. We had the rep from our local area, Sioux City, Iowa, come in, measure the counters, took all the everything they needed to do to make the cabinets, the countertops like we want. He said I would get a email with the cutout and the design in a couple of 3 days, but I think it's going to take longer than that. And then it takes them 5 to 6 weeks to actually design it and make it. So this won't be here till the end of October. So we've got underlayment down here for temporary countertops. Then the toe kick, base plate, and the top ones that will actually come. They'll go all the way to the top. You won't even see. They're just that far from the ceiling. And then all the lights get hooked up. My under cabinet lighting, which is these right here. These little strips are in and working. Microwave is in and working. But we'll get those toe kicks on. Then the countertop comes. Then my tile gets put on. Then the electrician comes back and finishes out all the electrical. So I'm looking at probably November, first part of November, to have this kitchen completed. So today's the 20th of September. We're doing a temporary install of the sink, just so we have a sink to use, since we're going to be without counters for another 5 weeks. But there's the faucet, the gunmetal black sink. This is for my RO water that we have that comes with our softener. And that sink comes with your dump tray when you're cleaning vegetables or whatever you're cleaning can go in here. Got a drying rack here, the rack that goes on the bottom, and a cutting board. Haven't taken that up, it's plastic yet. So Rick's trying to at least get us some water in the sink so we have room to do dishes instead of having to use the bathroom facilities to get things done. So that's kind of been one of his projects this afternoon. The others, he's put the second coat of trim of stain on the doors. Up here, the door that jams, same thing in the other room. We've tried to get this back to normal as much as we can. So then we had to do this because this door that goes on here will look like that door and will look like those doors. So trim work is being stained downstairs. Doors are being stained downstairs. All the same thing as the new bathroom and as in the one you just saw. But this is what those doors will look like, the one to the basement and the one into the bedroom. The master bedroom will all look like this. So we're making and gaining and trying to get ready for some other things that are going to be going on. So today is what, the 23rd? Yeah. 23rd of September. Rick's been trying to get the exterior trim put back on the doors towards the master bedroom. Like this, because that'll match the doorway. To find out that we knew it was a little bit deeper, as you can see here. But what happens is we knew we had to have a piece to put in here. But when we put it in, which is right here, this little piece, it does not allow the door to shut or open, to open fully. This is as far as the door would open to get you into the master bath. It'll shut fine, just doesn't open all the way. So now he's got to do some more work, take the jamb off, move the jamb back to here, and then take this piece, right, and put it out here.
Yeah,
this piece back here.
The additional trim piece we were going to add to fill this gap now will be in the
the
on
piece,
this side.
not this piece.
Not the trim piece, but this. It's just a
There's
filler.
there's just a little filler board that goes in here. Sorry, it's not going to be the trim piece that moves. It's this little filler board that he had to have cut. Will now have to go on the outside, and the jamb gets moved all the way back. So we gotta redo the door jamb. Take the door off and the door jamb and work on that. Oh, you just love old houses. Right?
Yeah. Why is this?
Right.
Why is this a 5.5 inch thick wall instead of a 4.5 inch thick wall? I think they must have come later and added some sheetrock or something on the outside.
Doesn't look like sheetrock. This is all plaster on this side. And this is how you can tell. It's all plaster up at the top. Yeah. This is still all lap and plaster.
Yeah.
Across there. So just wanted to give you an update on that. Okay, today is the 22nd of October, and they are going to be bringing the countertops in today and get those installed. So I just thought I'd give you a real quick view from the dining room into the kitchen. Rick's out there doing the last minute things before they get here, and I'll give you a shot a little bit closer in a minute. And this will get removed here in just a minute as soon as we have a breakfast real quick. Yes. All right, bye. Okay, the three gentlemen are here from Solid Fabrications out of Sioux City who did the countertop. So they've done some measurements. This is how the counters lay out. So you can kind of tell because I've showed you the emptiness here. And they'll be bringing in whatever they need through the front door, which is the old house front door right there, through the dining room into the kitchen. And then I'll get some shots of them doing whatever it is they do in a little bit. But they're here, yay! We have countertops coming in. Thank you, Lord. Plywood countertops just don't hold up very well. Best way to do that. Still not easy, but best way.
Down.
Put it your way. Pulls the two sides together.
So he's heating it
It's a
up to
vacuum
pull it together. Oh, a vacuum pump to pull the two sections together.
And so it suctions against the two sides and pulls them together.
Interesting.
Just give it down here more.
Got it?
That does look pretty darn close to, you know, for this vein and this vein coming through. That's pretty darn close.
Those things make short work of that.
Okay, so 2 hours from the time the guys got here till the time they were done, and then they re-leveled the stove, and it is like right even with the countertop, and that is like really good. But here is my counter, yay! Let's see if I can turn these under cabinet lights off, get a better picture of it. Try to get away from shadows, including mine. There you go. They drill the holes. So this gives you an idea of how thick that countertop is. They drilled for that. It looks awesome. It really does. Okay, it's October 28th, and once again you can see we're in a pattern of something that's going to be happening in this kitchen. And today and tomorrow, our kitchen company is coming back, and they'll do the crown moldings, the footboard, the toe kicks or footboards. They have to replace all the fronts on all the cabinets, the uppers and the lowers. Just an update. This is how because it's raining outside, our kitchen contractor has to enclose our kitchen so they can cut the tile and get it set onto the wall. So we can't come and watch them for very long and see what's going on because it's all enclosed in this little tent thing. But we'll give you more as soon as that comes down. With you, and it's now about 7:18 p.m. our time. Our guys got here about 9, a little after 9:30, so say 9:45, quarter to 10, probably 10 by the time they sat up and got started. So they have worked from 10 a.m. this morning until about 7 tonight. So the tile is up, and they'll come back tomorrow and grout. But I just wanted to give you a preview of what this kitchen looks like with this tile on it. And some lights on. There's lights on underneath the cabinet. "29th of October, and they're grouting the tile that got put in yesterday. Okay, today's the ongoing saga of the kitchen, the 29th of October, and they got the grouting on, the tiling on yesterday, put the grout on today and wiped it off. Now we'll leave it set till tomorrow. But here's a closer look for you. Outlet boxes, all of this will be black. That'll come next week. So that looks really, really nice. Kitchen has just come a long, long way. And we're both happy. And we've got the new fronts on all of the drawers and the cabinets, uppers and lowers. Friday they'll be back and they'll put the baseboards on and the crown molding. That'll take pretty much the day to get that all cut to fit and everything ready. And then we'll be done with the cabinet stuff. And so we'll get an outlet. We have an outlet we're going to be putting in here. You can see what Rick's looking at there.
Yeah, I gotta trim that out a little bit.
And we're going to pull the wire through that, and then we'll find some lighting in there, maybe motion detector type, so that you can see in here without having to have the drawers pulled out all the time. But yeah, that's always nice to have. So our kitchen is just so close to being done, so close. And it looks so nice, totally different than what it did in the beginning. If you don't remember what it looked like in the beginning, go back an episode or two and take a look at the demo and see everything that we've done. Okay, this is a continuation of October 31 for the crown molding. And what that turned out looking like, which is awesome. And the footboards, toe kicks, so to speak. And that's all that they have to do, except to replace a couple doors that didn't have some particulars on it that he thought they needed, so that'll come yet. But everything is functional and working. So that is the new kitchen. And sometime yet this week, the electrician will come and finish his job, and then we are definitely done with the kitchen. So hope y'all enjoyed these videos of some of our home renovations the first year in the house. Okay, everybody, it is the 8th of November, and our project here in the kitchen, so phase 2, is complete. We are totally done. So just thought I would give you a little look at that. Just in time for Thanksgiving holiday, and we will be hosting family here in my new kitchen. We have just one more thing we're going to be doing out here. This little wall is going to have shelving on it that we're staining right now, but that'll give me some extra storage space. But yeah, that's this is how it looks. Tell me what you think with the black outlets. Outlet covers and switch plates all the way along. I have a lot more knives to go up than that, but that'll give me a good start. And then we will start right after the first of the year sometime on replacing the dining room floor to be exactly as the kitchen floor, so that it'll all flow from one room to the other being all the same. So that'll be another whole video then. And then in the spring again, we still have that front door to stain, and we'll go from there. We've had our first snow today, and I think it's finally quit. Yeah, it's real fine, but it's out there still snowing. So we are really happy with how all of our projects have turned out. Just give you a look outside. This is not the best because you're looking through a screen, but it kind of maybe give you an idea on the roof. There's probably an inch or so up on the roof of the garage. But we're really pleased at how it's all turned out. So hope you've enjoyed some of this renovation project and didn't get too bored with it. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. And hope we all have a very blessed Thanksgiving and know what that holiday is for. Family time together and remembering what it's all about. So until the next time, we'll see you later. Bye.